Every week on AFTV Picks, we give away £1,000. Get involved right now. The link is in the description, but you've got to be over 18 to enter. AFTV Picks. Hey, yo, bro. All right, cool with that now, man. AFTV Picks. Hi, and welcome along to AFTV. We are here today for the watch-along. Massive game tonight. Arsenal taking on Liverpool. We've got a bit of a star-studded team here today, right? Mm. Look who's back in the building.
Back again. Yo.
Hold on, his mic ain't even on.
You don't even need it.
Is your mic on?
My mic. Brennan, see, I told you I need your help earlier.
Push me away to the side, man, blood. You see what I'm saying?
You're a celeb, bro.
Brennan, what do you mean you tell Brennan bougie now? Brennan was my mic.
Get the professionals back in, will you, Robbie?
Someone do it, Troops. Well, we got Troops back in the building. It's nice to have you here. DT is back as well. DT, you finished your what do they call it again? Your isolation
scientific experiment.
What?
Robbie, it's called prison.
Vaccination. Yeah, prison. Yeah, burden. Lucky, you know what? There's been live streams because everyone would have actually been like, he's gone to jail again. Yeah. DT's in jail.
But you finished the isolation thing. Mm-hmm. Of course, we've got Lee and we've got the beautiful Pippa in it, Mrs. BT Sport. We see you. And of course, it's been a really, really sad week, really, really tragic week. You know, we lost Claude this week. Rest in peace, Claude. First of all, I want to say, anybody who does a super chat today, any money that's raised off any super chats on any videos, we may not be able to read all of them out because we know there's going to be loads of them. All the money is going to be going to the family. And we can say as well that Claude's daughter is actually in the place today. She's downstairs in the building. She's here. She wanted to come and just be around us today. And she was talking about thank yous. I'm like, what thank yous? You know what I mean? Thank you for your dad. You know what I mean? But she's here today. It's going to be really nice. And also, what we're going to be doing today, as well as a super chat. So all money that we make on the super chats are going to go towards the fund for Claude. There's also a GoFundMe page, right? So there's a link in the description. Click on that GoFundMe page. We're trying to raise as much money for the family, for the funeral and everything as possible. We've already, right? Listen, thank you to everybody out there, everybody. And we're not just talking about Arsenal fans, the world of football. It's one day it's been up, right? And nearly 10 grand's been raised already.
Wow, that's incredible.
And it's absolutely amazing. And what the family want to do is they want to fly Claude's body to Italy so that he can be buried with his mum. We know that Claude loved his mum. Yeah. He's always talking to me about his mum. So that's going to be incredible. And another thing, on 19 minutes in the game today, on 19 minutes, everybody's going to do, right, a round of applause. 1 minute applause for Claude. And the reason why we're doing it on 19 minutes is because he was born on the 19th of October, 1962, yeah? So on the 19th minute, if you're at home, wherever you are around the world watching this game, no matter who you support, no matter what even if Liverpool are through on goal or something, right? And it's looking, we're gonna do a minute's applause for Claude on 19 minutes, all right? And there's so many people to thank. I want to thank Arsenal. They done that nice tweet that they put out about Claude during the week. They also said to us today, obviously today they're commemorating because Rocky Rocastle, it's 20th anniversary of his death. How crazy is this? That was Claude's favourite player.
Yeah, for real.
He always used to say it. His favourite player is Rocky Rocastle. This week is the 20th anniversary of his passing. So Arsenal are commemorating that today, but they've said they're going to do a special thing on Claude in the Arsenal programme for the game on Thursday against Slavia Prague. So well done to Arsenal Football Club as well for that. And you know what? Well done to the world of football. The amount of fans from different clubs, Tottenham fans, Man United fans, teams down in the Championship, non-league, wherever. You know, kids at school, some of the cool things they've been doing and some of the nice messages they've been sending. It's been absolutely brilliant. I know that the family have really appreciated that. Keep sending those in. Of course, we're here for the starting lineup. It's a big game tonight. Claude would have loved the game tonight, right? He'd be worried as hell. We know that because we're playing Liverpool tonight and the starting 11's going to be out in about 10 minutes' time. But before we do that, I want to just quickly get some memories because everybody in here has got some real memories. Lee, I'm going to start with you.
Yeah.
Memories of Claude.
Well, you know, I've just lost a good friend that I used to go to the arse with, have a drink with, and I'm going to miss that. He used to call me Half Pint.
He started that.
And it's sort of gone on from there that we always have a drink with an Half Pint, and I always find it very endearing when he goes, "Oh, what's Half Pint been saying?" and all that, like, you know, cheeky swine. But then, and we'd always go and have a drink with him after the game and everything like. And I just want to say that coming from a Tottenham area, a lot of Spurs fans, a couple of my mates are Spurs fans, and they were showing me on some of the Spurs forums about the message and all that, like, and you know, he just for Spurs fans to take that time out and just recognise what he was like and everything like that.
I remember when we used to go down to Spurs, right? He's the only one whose life weren't
innit?
He's the only one whose life weren't in danger. Because they'd be like, they'd be like, Claude's all right.
I'll tell you what,
we're after D-Team, we're after Robbie's troops.
I'll tell you what,
Claude's all right.
This is a true story. There was a big bit of trouble coming out of Wembley, like a load of fighting, and all of them would come up to Spurs pub, like, yeah, and we're all fighting. And as they go, these Spurs fans are coming out, so whoever they're going to smash Arsenal for. As they're running past Claude, they go, "Well, you're all right, Claude. We'll leave you." And he went to Wembley, no problems, like, you know what I mean? About 6 of us come back, 3 with black eyes and everything like that. And he's going, "What's going on? They've all let me off," you know what I mean? So, and that's what he was like, you know. So he was
amazing, man.
You know, like all fans of other clubs loved him as well, like.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm going to miss him. I'm going to miss him.
Oh man, troops, memories.
Boy, my favourite one was we went up to Nottingham. I tweeted it as well. We went up to Forest. And he was panicking because you know you lot always leave early. You know me, black man time. So we left Edgewood. Me and Jakey were trying to get Piff. So we got the Piff, and then Claude's waiting in. Claude was with Liam Edwards. Liam Edwards was there as well. Even Liam got in. Remember Liam?
Oh my God.
Charlton fan. He got in. He was there, blood. Yeah? He was there, yeah. So then me and Catch, we got the thing, linked Claude in Edgware, made him come to Edgware, linked Claude, went up, come back down, but then beat them 4-0 on the way back down, and then I don't know, like we was, I was smoking a zoo, and then Claude was like, "Let me have a puff." I was like, "Brother, you sure, blood? Like, you know my thing, like, you understand? Jump in, I come and say like, yo, my thing different, dog." Claude was like, "Nah, we took a draw, yeah, and then, but you see Snapchat, I tried to go back in the memories, yeah, but the memories was too far back, so I never had the fucking video, blood. But I remember filming it, and even Zadia, when I tweeted it, Zadia straight away, she's like, "I remember that." She's like, "I remember that video, bro." And Claude was in the back of the car, and he's like, "Lovely victory, all away from home." And he's there like he's fucking Don, some Italian mobster, blood. You understand?
I knew your story would be something about corrupting.
You know that, my team, blood. You understand?
Corrupting Claude somehow. You know what I mean?
It was like, I'll take that with me, blood. You get me?
Yeah. Listen, thank you. All right, then, with the super chat. There's so many super chats coming in, and once again, as I said, all the money raised today from the super chats, on the starting 11, on the watch along, on everything we do that's live when the girls come after on the aftermath, all of that is going to the fund for Claude. So please donate, and if you want to donate directly, you can go into the GoFundMe. The link is in the description, and donate as well. DT, your memories.
I can go right back to before AFTV, going on the coaches with Claude and Ty, and they used to get separated back then. Like, it's no different. It's not an act when people ask what those two were like. And then, obviously, doing all the stuff with AFTV, there's just been some...
Too many.
Do you remember doing the lottery video?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Remember how many
yes.
takes? And Claude and Ty were coming out of that
voice.
big mansion.
Yeah.
"Hello, Claudio, what a lovely day today." Remember? And it was like the funniest, and I'm just sitting there like, "Oh my God, we've literally got like half a day. It's nearly night time." Like, and then you can go like, we go to away
To be
games.
fair, that was Ty who was messing it up.
Yeah, but it's, mate, we can go to away games.
One line.
And the best is away games. And I could guarantee Ty and Claude would always be sitting somewhere around me. And the moment I see those two walk up my row, I'm like, oh no, please Lord. Claude looks at me with a big grin on his face. Ty's like, yeah, I am sitting next to you, DT. I'm like, you better not annoy me today. And it's like, and you go even to the streams now. Do you remember when Claude had his mic on? And he's not really technically. He went for a piss, didn't he? And everyone on the live stream heard him going for it, and he's there like, oh. He's there going for a piss. He don't realise that he's got his mic on. And you just, there's just so many times, and
Yeah,
you know, even the moments that people don't see. And obviously, you know, he was manager at AFTV FC when my son was there playing and stuff. Kieran had his boxing match. You know, he's going through certain issues in his own life and stuff. And he would always message you, always say to him, keep your head up. You know what I mean? You need to message me, need anything, just let me know. Always thought about somebody else.
Yeah.
Despite his own problems in life or whatever it may be.
Pippa,
Claude,
memories.
do you know what? Claude just always looked after me. I remember he used to always, like when I first started AFTV, he always encouraged me to start my own YouTube channel, and I didn't want to. And when I did my first video, he was the first one to just share it out. And back in the day, like when I was a bit younger, at the Emirates, when we used to finish late at AFTV with the fan cams, I know for a fact he lives nowhere near me, but he would always make sure I got home safe. He would drop me home, or if we're going to Tottenham for a drink, he would always get the drinks in for me, just always looked after me like the nicest guy.
Yeah, no, he's cool. Talking of that, when it, one of my memories, one of the many, right? I remember when he started his YouTube channel, and he used to film a lot of it on his phone, and I like Claude, mate. He looks terrible.
The sideways.
It
used to be sideways.
You wouldn't even wipe it. It'd be blood.
I go, Claude, it looks terrible. It looks terrible. I go, you know what? I go, Claude, here, listen.
He's too funny, man.
I'm gonna give you a laptop.
Oh, yeah.
I gave Claude a MacBook Pro, right? You know the MacBook Pro, about $2.5 grand, yeah? Gave that to Claude, yeah? Right? About 3 months later, he goes, Robbie, this not working. I go, what's wrong with it? He goes, wait. He goes, not working. He brings it in, right? When he brought it, it's all sticky. I'm like, yo, what's this? He goes, oh yeah, I forgot to say, I spilt beer on it. I'm like,
I thought it was wine.
No, it was a beer, man. It was a Stella. Hey,
I go, you spilt. And you know what he was like? He was like a bit of a worry. He goes, Robbie, I'm gonna pay for it, man. I go, you know what? It's all right, man. I'm gonna give it out, man. I'm sure they can fix it, man. Gave it out to the people, man. They said, mate, that's done out. That's done out here, blood.
Yo, insurance ain't even saving that, blood.
But so many great memories. And what we're going to be doing, we still got Ty and Kalechi and Helen and all these guys still to come on. Charlene, they're going to come on, and same thing, and get their memories. And you guys out there as well, if you got any memories as well, let us know, and keep donating as well. Because it's as I said, it's going to the family. It's going to be fantastic.
Do you know what was good, Robbie? Can I just say that this week, the amount of people that never physically knew him on a level to some of us did, but they all had a memory. Even if it was one meeting,
or a famous
video.
most of the time people meet me once and they're like miserable.
That's
Do
true.
you know what I mean? But with him, in all realness,
one of the nicest things I saw this week was those school kids that were doing a minute's applause for Claude. I was like, wow, that was
staggering,
awesome.
man. It's just
absolutely awesome.
He never really understood how popular he was. He never really grasped it.
No.
Yeah.
When we used to be out, people are asking for photos, and he was very uncomfortable with it.
And he wasn't always moaning. Contrary to what some people believe, he didn't always moan. He had some of the best one-lines.
One of the funniest man. Yeah, he's one of the funniest.
Do you know what I mean? Like, ask Ty, he's been on the receiving end to some of those one-liners. You know what I mean?
We're gonna get Ty will be on when we start.
Some of those.
When we start the watch along, we are.
Who am I? Who am I?
Look at my pants. Look at my pants.
Are you more than
Who am I?
Hey,
Paul, like you.
Are you more
He's finished.
But listen, we're just waiting on the team now to be announced.
Have you noticed you can't drop any of his lines without putting his voice on?
Yeah, so true.
You have to. Time to go. You can't sit there and
voice.
say, Robbie, it's time to go. You're like, Robbie, it's time to go. You have to do it.
He had that about him, blood. It's like he dig deep and
All right.
he pull it.
Listen, I've got the team. I've got the starting 11 for the game tonight.
Let me just 1 minute. Let me just prepare myself. Let me just.
He's having a drink.
Let me just
He's
prepare.
I feel sorry for
Right,
that
he's not
Barstool thing
confident,
tonight.
he's
With
not
you.
level.
Prepare
Right,
myself.
right.
Okay.
Here's the team. Here's the team. In goal, Leno.
Okay.
Why you say that like a
Isn't it like it's going to be someone else?
Like what you say, Matt Run Okay,
Yeah, you see that he's been playing recently. Maybe it is a surprise, but
Yeah.
Chambers starts. And I remember I was saying to you earlier. I was saying it'd be a bit unfair to leave him out after the last game. He was man of the match,
You know what?
right?
In my podcast, I put Bellingham.
So-
I think I was drinking a bit too much Magnum, fam.
Chambers starts. Rob Holding is in.
Oh, the bros then.
Gabriel.
Yeah.
Kieran Tierney.
Yeah.
Thomas Partey. Ceballos.
Oh shit.
Right.
Oh, no, Shaka. Wow.
Pepe.
Okay.
Odegaard.
Okay.
Aubameyang.
Lacazette.
And Lacazette.
I like this team. I like
All right.
this team.
And then on the bench is Ryan, Bellerin, Cedric, Pablo Mari, El Neni, Nelson, Willian, Martinelli, and Eddie Nketiah. I think you said it to me earlier. You said that David Luiz had a
He's
bit of an
injured,
injury, so he was out. And you also said that Xhaka,
Smith Rowe as well was injured.
Xhaka not in the squad. No Smith Rowe, no Saka.
Yes, that as well.
Right, so that's
You know,
four
the thing that
players.
worries me is our bench looks quite weak.
Yeah.
Yeah, normally we have
Rather
a
like
strong bench.
Martinelli and
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
There's quite
Yeah,
a...
still you got Martinelli, Willian, Cedric,
A lot of
Mari.
defenders.
Yeah, but what do you? Let me go to you first, Lee. What do you think of that team?
Yeah, I think Granit Xhaka's going to need a rest somewhere along the line because he's played all those internationals as well as on the games before. So I think, like, from his point of view, that's a good one for him to be left out for Thursday. Don't forget, we've got Thursday's a massive game as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
go with that. I think Smith Rowe was injured. He got pulled off the England game, didn't he? So
Saka never went to England.
no, so he was injured as well. So and I think
plus
that
as
maybe
well,
just
some of
saving
those-
a few of them for
probably
Thursday.
Some of
holding
those
back
could
for
be
him,
holding
yeah.
back for Thursday as well.
I think it's a general thing. I think it's because the biggest game this week is probably
It's
Racers
Thursday,
FC.
Oh, Slavia.
You're on
Prague.
about Slavia Prague.
FC. I know business, blood. Racers FC, fam. Yeah, I hope Aubameyang elbows him the way Bell elbows him.
No, we don't want him
None of
getting
that.
sent off.
Nah, man.
What about you,
If it's 3-0, you can
DT?
get sent off, blood. You can rest the next game.
I think the team kind of takes care of itself when you think the players that are missing. It's not like they've been rotated and on the bench. Saka's not in the squad. Smith Rowe, Granit Xhaka. So I think the only one you could maybe say, yeah, I'd like to see him would be Martinelli.
The thing is, the slight thing that worries me is just that midfield with Ceballos in there. Is he going to have the discipline?
Yeah,
Who's
because
going to
I'm
be
not
the
worried
holding?
about Ceballos today. It's not the Europa League.
Yeah, well, you know.
All his mistakes have been in the Europa League.
I'm quite happy to see him under Party have a see what they can do.
that's
To
Yeah, no,
Exactly.
yeah, but it's just that he's played a lot of games, made a lot of mistakes in the game.
the Liverpool team?
I'm going to give it to you in a sec.
I'm like,
Pippa,
bro.
what do you know?
I'm happy with that squad. I would have picked.
Well, you're not on Barstool now, like we'll do it our way here, like
yeah.
all right,
Yeah.
okay.
All right,
Calm yourself, right?
let me give you the Liverpool team.
I don't want to hear them midfield.
Let me give you the Liverpool
Should we
team.
bring
It's,
Ty in so you can have the little midget next to you like you normally do?
here's the team.
I miss Zar, blood.
He's over there like...
Where's Zar, blood?
I'm waiting.
Here's the Liverpool
I could have
team.
put him in hand luggage.
It's Alisson in goal.
in your Louis bag.
Is it all right if I give the team?
On the rucksack.
Can I give the team?
See him pumping out on the rucksack. And get the thing, blood. Get the thing. No, go.
Do you mind if I give the team?
You miss me in it, hold on, blood.
All right.
You miss me in it,
Right.
go.
No, I don't.
I let you
Right.
lie. Don't lie, blood.
No, I don't. You reminded me of why it's so quiet. These two have just come in and it's like...
Back again.
Right.
Alright, go on. I let you lie.
In goal,
Okay.
Alisson,
All right.
Trent Alexander-Arnold, Phillips, Kabak, Robertson, Fabinho,
Okay, here we go.
Thiago and Milner.
Ross.
And then up front is Mane, Salah and Firmino.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Quite
no
a strong
Jota.
team. On their bench is Adrian, Wijnaldum, Keita, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Jones, Jota, Shimikas, Shaqiri and Williams. That's quite a strong,
Yeah, it is.
quite a strong Liverpool team.
I thought Jota would
A
have
lie?
started.
He's on smoke.
So,
That would have been the
so
smartest
that's
thing.
the team. Liverpool team's quite strong.
Yeah, but Jota's again, he's played quite a few games with Portugal,
Yeah,
so I
true.
think they're probably like just resting him maybe for the. For don't forget they
They
play
got a big
Tuesday,
game.
so
Is it
they've
Real
got
Madrid?
a little
Yeah,
bit.
Madrid.
Yeah.
Little bit, so we want to get in amongst them today, and they've got that.
Big
surely
game for
they've
Rob
got one eye
Holding.
on
Big
that.
game for Rob Holding up against that
Yeah.
that front three. You know what I mean? That front
banded up
three.
Mane
But
last year.
Yeah, Mane, he's got him in his
Remember,
pocket still,
I like-
man.
That was
He
last
hasn't
year.
played for a while, has he?
Yeah,
And he hasn't played for a while, and that was last year. The one thing I say about that Arsenal team is, there should be some players in there that are fresh. Chambers hasn't been away. Holding, Gabriel. Lacazette.
Ceballos.
Ceballos, yeah. So there's a few players in there that should be, you know, they shouldn't be fatigued. You know, they should be fresh and rearing to go for this game. So it's a huge game and big game for Odegaard. Been talked up a lot. Big game for Odegaard. This is the sort of game that you want to see him shine in. He's going to be very, very important in this game. Wow. So looking forward to this game tonight. Let me just remind everybody again, keep those the super chats that have been coming in. It's been amazing, right? Let me do a couple of them. You know what? A lot of people have not even put a message. They've just sent it in. But Tim says, pleasure to see Troops and DT back. As a young Arsenal fan in America, Claude's interviews were the ones that drew me to AFTV in the first place. He says, rest in peace to a legend. Latch Tinoki says, rest in peace, Claude. Come on, you Gunners.
Come on.
Varun says, fans like Claude are a rarity nowadays. Hopefully his seat at the Emirates gets a plaque with his name. Hope everyone up AFTV is holding up well. There are some guys who've, I've forgotten the name of those guys. You know them, Italy. You've done a plaque.
Yeah,
they've done a plaque.
From the Arsenal Lounge, they've done a donation page for just to get a plaque, which has been okay by the family. So that's all being done.
Yeah, and there's going to be a plaque. So there is going to be a plaque outside the ground for him. The Animal Channel says, rest in peace, Claude, who's a big inspiration to everyone. He says, Liverpool, it's time to go. Right? This will be the message that Claude will be saying. He will always be remembered. Thank you for the memories on AFTV. An Arsenal fan for life. There's so many. Jimmy says, rest in peace, Claude. I know you'll be watching the game today from the heavens with the big guy, Jimmy from New York City. And let me just get one more. Jason says, love everything you all do for Claude. Rest in peace. This one's for him. Come on, you guns. Love them. Love them to win tonight. Let me just quickly get everybody's predictions. Let's speak to our guest first.
Guest dinner. Guest dinner.
I'm from New York. New York.
Mr. New Yorker.
Bro, I'm from
What do you think? Can we get your
Fuck yourself,
you're
bro.
guessing in the soccer game?
Fucking wallad. Fuck all of you, bro. You understand?
Now, what's your prediction?
Nah, I don't know, boy. With Ceballos in that midfield, dog, I'm scared now. Man, that spinning top back again. You understand? He's been playing against us in the whole UEFA Cup run, or should I say Europa League? 1-1.
That's,
DT.
3-1.
To who?
3-1.
Arsenal, man, we're winning.
I have to make sure.
Yo.
3-1.
Why, man?
Can I drink some of this?
No,
Do you know what?
keep my
Yesterday,
melt that
I
bag
said it's
of
either
yours
going to be
earlier.
tight,
Which
it's
one?
either going to be a 1-0 or goals 3-2, but now I'm thinking draw. I don't know what it is. I'm saying 1-0.
Why are you getting all these negative people on here, man?
How's that negative?
Come on, man.
A lot of the other games have been draws with it.
Apart from
You know I love a draw as well,
Apart
blood.
from Chelsea.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Shout out Callum, blood, my
because of
brother.
the European thing for them being on Tuesday. I think we'll win today. 2-1 to the Arsenal.
Yeah.
Come on, then,
2-1.
let's
What about you?
I'm going 3-1 as well.
Yeah.
I told you that dog. Remember that dog came up to me
Yeah,
when
I
I was
seen
doing
the
that
video of the
preview.
dog come over.
Right, the dog
Oh, yeah,
said
that big
3-1.
dog. You were shook, no lie, blood.
Dog's going 3-1.
You were shook.
The dog's
Yeah,
going
you were
3-1.
scared,
I'm
weren't
going 3-1.
You were
I
shook.
know the dog
was
can
shook.
free
Yeah, you were.
You were.
You know black man don't
I
like
know the
dogs.
dog's going 3-1.
You know black man scared of dogs.
The
dog
Everybody
came.
know that. Black man scared
The
of
dog
dogs.
came, right? Listen, I was going to predict 2-1. The dog came, right? Then I was thinking, all right, 2-1, that's vindicated. Then the dog circled around and came back again. That's 3-1. Right? 3-1.
Do you remember the octopus? Paul the octopus that used to do the World Cup. Oh,
yeah.
And that was like Robbie's version of the octopus. That was like, I don't know. That was a message.
All right, listen. Join us back.
3-1.
Join us back for the watch along. We're going to be back at about 7:45. Don't forget, you keep donating. The link is in the description for the GoFundMe page. Any super chats tonight is going to go to that as well. And don't forget, wherever you are watching the game tonight, it doesn't matter if people are around you, even if you're on your own. On 19 minutes, everybody, we're going to do a minute's applause for Claude. On 19 minutes. A minute's applause. If you're watching it on your own, in your home, if you're watching it with people, doesn't matter who you support, whatever club, because Claude, obviously he was an Arsenal fan through and through, but he was a guy who was loved by football. He's a football fan, right? So we want to show our respect for him on 19 minutes. He was born on the 19th of October, 1962, and we want to send him our big respects, right? So 90 minute's applause for Claude. We'll be back at 2:15. Big game tonight. Arsenal taking on Liverpool at the Emirates. Every week on AFTV Picks, we give away £1,000. Get involved right now. The link is in the description, but you've got to be over 18 to enter. AFTV Picks. Hey, yo, bro. All right, cool with that now, man. AFTV Picks.